How's it going, everyone? Mike here, July 27th, Merch by Amazon sales update. Just quickly going to go over the numbers. It was another good day. As you can see here, 9 sales in the US, $154.91 in sales for the total amount of royalties of $23.96. This is somewhat low for this many sales, but there was also one return in there, and as you can see here, royalties for these products here, because it was mostly pop sockets, was $2.66. A couple days ago I did a video with a similar number of sales, and the royalties were $4 for those products, because it was mostly t-shirts and other products where I don't have royalties of $2.25. So when it comes to the number of sales, very good. Royalties, $23.96, and this is something I'm thinking I might have to get used to for newer products, because a couple of weeks ago I decided to test something out for at least a few months, and I'm testing lower prices for products that I'm uploading. Let's say that I started uploading maybe 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I will definitely do it for a couple of months just to test things out. So 9 sales in the US for the total of 10 sales across all marketplaces. There was 1 in France, and as you can see here, very low royalties, but again, this is one of those low cost new experiment prices and royalties, right? So I'm pricing most of my t-shirts at $15.99, $16.99, and then there's a big difference because for over 6 months, maybe even a year, I was pricing all of my regular and premium t-shirts at $19.99. So I just wanted to see the difference in sales, if there was any. This brings me to this month's total of, let's see if it loads. I'll give it a second. Let's hit that again. Okay, why don't I pause this and then get the screen on, and we're back, and total 186. This doesn't actually make sense because it's the US. Let's include all the marketplaces. So total number of sales 229, and as you can see here again, a bunch of sales across all the marketplaces. Germany 14 stands out, but again, I have Japan and I have the UK sitting at 9. So what I've been doing last couple of videos is actually comparing this to the previous month, just to see if we're on track, because I was expecting a big dip in July, especially I'll show you guys in a second, when I was averaging about 4 to 5 sales a day for about 3 to 4 days in a row, and it just becomes worrisome at some point. So we're looking at the 27th, so 228, what's going on? 229. Okay, so that's because the today's sales are included, which would be 4. So I'm about 3 sales behind June. So that's where I stand. 2 days ago it was about 20 something sales. Yesterday it was close to 10, and as you saw right now, we are catching up. If I was to actually change this to, because this is including today's sales, if I include the 28th, I think there's a bit of a bigger difference. So as you can see here, 9 sales, but again, today is not over, so still anywhere from 5 to 9 sales behind, which is actually much closer to June as we're getting closer to the end of the month. So this leaves me with 4 days left, 3.5, because today is like I said, half over, and then we have 3 days until the end of the month. So still I think it's going to be a really good month. So let's look at this month again, just to look at the royalties. and the royalties are, if I was to do a quick addition here, about $750 roughly. So again, not so bad with 4 days to go. We're looking at $800 to $900 depending on the amount of sales. Going back to this screen, this is what I was talking about. This is where I said it's a little worrisome. It was getting a little worrisome, and then it picked up 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and I've been averaging about 10 here, as you can see, but today, extremely low, and it's a bit of a concern because this is a big drop, but we'll see. Like I said, the day's not over, and there's definitely a few hours to go. Looking at the monthly chart quickly, 186 again. This is the U.S. chart, and it's going to be an average month, definitely an average month. And I'm looking at April, May, and then February was much lower. So thinking about the fact that it's July, and I'm expecting June, July, August to be about the same. There might be a bit of a drop in August, but also near the end of the month, I think there's going to be a bit of an increase in sales, but we'll see. So basically, the way I look at it is this is a lower average, and I'm expecting the rest of the year to actually improve, and then of course as we get to November and December to really skyrocket. I'm really liking the new Pretty Merch dashboard. I did a video about this, and as you can see here, it's just the visual presentation. I really like it. Not that there's anything special about these numbers. We all know what our numbers are, but it just kind of puts it in perspective. And I mentioned how this really kind of like, I guess it's motivating, but it's also like you might not ever reach that with this kind of a daily limit. The other thing that I mentioned yesterday in the video about the dashboard is that when I was actually at tier 8,000 and had 8,000 products up for sale and was in that tier for a while, my products with sales were hovering about 10.5 to 11%. And if I could actually reach that percentage with this many products, or with maybe 50,000, 100,000 products, that would be amazing, because that would mean that this number of products with sales would be much higher. Anyways, I'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and then I'll see you soon.